Hello, Cooper Clever 1972. Here are the video about the Criterions I picked up at the Barnes & Noble sale. The first four, well actually the first three I ordered online. The fourth one I did order online. I got an email saying it wouldn't go through for some reason. So I bought it at the South Burlington, Vermont Barnes and Noble, and anyways, when I got back, I received the same movie, so I got to return that because of a duplicate copy. And then after I show you the ones that I had mailed to me, I'm going to show you the ones I got at the Burlington, Vermont Barnes and Noble. So, anyways, let's start off with these the ones I picked up online. This one's Othello by Orson Welles. I've seen this movie before. I thought it was really good. It's got a good amount of features on here. Different versions of the film on one Blu-ray with audio commentary. Welles' last film, which is about the making of Othello, from 1979. Short film made by actors Mikhail Miclemore and Hilton Edwards during a hiatus from shooting Othello. An interview with the Welles biographer Simon Callow. Souvenir du Othello, a 95 documentary about actor Susan Cloutier by Francois Girard. An interview with scholar Francois Thomas on the two versions. New interview with Ayanna Thompson, authors of Passing Strange. Well, anyways. So, yeah, this as usual, great artwork in the on the on the case, as well as I don't know if maybe I'll do an unboxing at some point and show you all this. I don't know if I'm going to show all of these because it'll take too long, I think. I'll just show the inside of this so you can see. So, yeah, so that's the first one. I don't think I'm going to get into much detail with the rest of them. I mean, maybe I'll touch upon a few things, but I'm not going to scour the whole Blu-ray or DVD and get into detail because I might do reviews of these at some later point, and then I might be able to digress and get into more detail, and it'll take. It's gonna. I don't want this video to be terribly long, so I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna try to make it shorter. So, anyways, the second one's Rebecca by Alfred Hitchcock. I do have this in a box set, but with Criterions, they have all these special features with the audio commentary from the film scholar Leonard Liff, isolated music and effects track, conversation between critic and author Molly Haskell and scholar Patricia White, interview with film historian Craig Barron, who worked for ILM back in the 80s. I don't know if he works there anymore, on Rebecca's visual effects. Daphne du Maurier in the footsteps of Rebecca, which is a French television documentary, making a documentary from 2007. Footage of screen hair, makeup, and costume tests for actors Joan Fontaine, Anne Baxter, Vivian Lee, Margaret Sullivan, and Loretta Young. Casting gallery with notes by director Alfred Hitchcock and producer David Selznick. Hitchcock interviewed by Tom Snyder on a 1975 episode of NBC's Tomorrow. Tomorrow interview with Fontaine from 1980. Audio interviews from 1986 with actor Judith Anderson and Fontaine. So, and some radio releases. And so, anyways, that's Rebecca. This film I've seen before. I've wanted it in other sales that Barnes and Noble had, and finally I decided to buy it. And I think it has more than the DVD did. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's The Battle of Algiers by Pontecorvo. I think it's sort of shot in a documentary type style. It's about the independence of Algeria from the French. It's got let's see. The transfer is supervised by the director of photography, Marcello Gatti. A documentary about Pontecorvo. One about the making of the film, which features interviews with Pontecorvo and Ennio Morricone, interviews with Spike Lee, Marinaire, Julian Schnabel, Steven Soderbergh, and Oliver Stone on the film's influence, style, and importance. Trailers. There's a hit documentary about the Algerian battle for independence. A documentary featuring senior French military officers recalling the use of torture and execution to combat the Algerian rebellion. The Battle of Algiers, a case study, a video piece featuring U.S. counterterrorism experts. And Pontecorvo's Return to Algiers, a documentary in which the filmmaker revisits the country after 3 decades of independence. And some literary, some essays in a booklet by film scholar Peter Matthews. A account of an arrest, excerpts from the screenplay, interview with the co-writer Franco Salinas, and biographical sketches of key figures in the French-Algerian War by political science scholar Aran Caphill. So, yeah, maybe I'll show the inside of these at some point. I see I'm on 7 minutes, so I better get cracking on more of these. Next one up. This I ordered online. It said it wouldn't go through, so I bought it at the Barnes & Noble in South Burlington, and then it came after I came back, so I have 2 copies, so I got to return one. But anyways, it's Terry Gilliam's Jabberwocky. It's got a commentary with Gilliam and actor Michael Palin, documentary on the making of the film, interview with Valerie Charlton, designer of the film's Creature, photographs, audio interview with cinematographer Terry Bedford, selection of Gilliam storyboards and sketches, original UK opening sequence, and an essay by critic Scott Tobias. You'll also find in this Michael Palin and a woman, I can't remember her name, reciting the Jabberwocky poem from, I believe it's Lewis Carroll, who wrote the poem. Next, I have 2 films from Ingmar Bergman. This one really doesn't have any special features to it, but I wanted to get more Bergman. I thought I'd buy this. Summer Interlude. It looks kind of similar. I've seen this film before. It looks sort of similar to Summer with Monica in a way. I watched the starting of this recently, like a few days ago, and I have seen this movie before, but not a long time. Next one up is another Bergman. It's from the 70s, I believe. Yeah, 1978. It stars Ingrid Bergman and Lee Volman, Autumn Sonata. And it's got introduction by the director. It's got audio commentary by Peter Cowie. It's got the making of the film, which is a 3.5-hour documentary on set. Interview with Lee Volman, conversations between actor Ingrid Bergman and critic John Russell Taylor at the National Film Theatre in London from 1981. Trailer. So, this should be very interesting. So, and by the way, the documentary, like in the Blade Runner box set, is longer than the actual film. It's just like 93 minutes, I think. Yeah, and the documentary on here is 3.5 hours. So I should have paired this with my other Hitchcock, but well, here it is. This is the only DVD I picked up because I couldn't get a Blu-ray of it at the Barnes & Noble in South Burlington. So I picked this up. It's 39 Steps by Alfred Hitchcock. It's got commentary by Marion Keene. It's got a documentary about Hitchcock's pre-war career, original footage from British broadcaster Mike Scott's 66 television interview with Hitchcock, radio broadcasts, visual essay by Hitchcock scholar Leonard Leff, audio excerpts from Francois Truffaut's 62 interviews with Hitchcock, original production design drawings, and a booklet featuring essay by film critic David Cairns. So that looks pretty cool. This film I've seen in the theaters, and I thought it'd be worth buying because I was going to buy this from previous sales, but I just never did. It's always a pretty good movie. It's called Phoenix. It's about a woman who's Jewish, who is betrayed by her Gentile husband to be put into a concentration camp. And her face gets disfigured, and she gets plastic surgery. She comes back, and her husband, not knowing that's her, wants to use her to do something. I think like if you acquire some property or something and have her pretend to be his wife or something, when in fact she was his wife. So I think it's a pretty interesting film. Oh, by the way, the special features, I forgot all about that. Conversations with the director, interview with the cinematographer, the making of the film, and the trailer, and an essay. So I'm sort of rushing through these now because I'm now at the almost 13-minute mark. Next one's Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love. I think that's a Hong Kong movie. It's pretty loaded with special features. There's a documentary about the making of the film, deleted scenes, a short film by Wong who made it, archival interview with Wong and his cinema lesson given by the director at the 2001 Cannes Film Festival, Toronto International Film Festival press conference in 2000 with stars Maggie Cheung, Man Yuk, and Tony Leung Chiu-wai. 2 new interviews with critic Tony Raines, one about the film and the other about the soundtrack, featuring musical cues and trailers and a booklet with essay by film critic Steve Erickson and the Liu Yi Chang story that provided cinematic inspiration for the film. So there's In the Mood for Love. Next up, I saw this in the store. The picture just drove me to buy it, and I looked at the menu. It looked really cool. It's called The Lure. It's sort of loosely based on Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. It's got let's see, the film supervised by the director of photography. There's a making about the film, deleted scenes, short films with the director, and a trailer and an essay with it as well. So the last one before I show you my Eclipse box set is this real cheesy movie. I think I've seen it before. Pretty sure I've seen it before a long time ago. I watched the starting of it when I got it, but I didn't watch the rest of it. But I think it's Steve McQueen's actual first movie, and it's The Blob. So this is campy, but it should be fun watching. So that's The Blob. It's got 2 audio commentaries, one by producer Jack H. Harris and film historian Bruce Eder, and the other by director Irvin S. Gayworth Jr. and actor Robert Fields. It's got stills and posters and props, trailer, and an essay by critic Kim Newman. So it's not loaded to the gills with special features, so what are you going to do? But it looks interesting. And the last thing I picked up was this Eclipse box set. And, you know, I buy a lot of Japanese movies. I have a lot of Japanese movies. I only really buy these days from the Criterion sale or from the library where I work, where I can get used DVDs and Blu-rays or brand new ones. Anyways, it has 4 films: Osaka Elegy, Sisters of the Gion, Women of the Night, and Street of Shame. So let's take a look at these. We'll just look at the covers and then I will stop this video. So this won't take long. Osaka Elegy, Sisters of the Gion or Gion, Women of the Night, and Street of Shame. So, well, that does it for this Criterion video. I had thought maybe I'll buy it, Silence of the Lambs. You can buy it half off right now before the sale ends. I don't know exactly when the sale ends, but I think it's the whole month of November. At any rate, I'll think about that. So this video was recorded on a Monday at, this is 2:49 in the morning right now. I'm not going to load it up tonight. I got to get to bed. I'd be up too long if I put it online. So I'll put it online maybe tomorrow. I guess I could probably put it on tomorrow. So with that, I'm done. I do have some. I did buy 2 Blu-rays, Fargo and what was the other one? Martin Scorsese's Silence. But I lent them to my uncle for him to watch, and he might have them for some time. So it might be a year or something when I get them back. Also, I'll be buying those DVDs and Blu-rays that are waiting for me when I have the money to pay for them. And that might be like January by that time. And then I have a box set that I never showed in my collection because it was being borrowed at the time when I was doing my collection video. So I'm not going to add it to this video because it'll make it too long. It's already getting almost close to 20 minutes. So hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave comments down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon. Okay, thanks a lot for watching.